Want to welcome everybody out to Virginia Motor Speedway, not only here in person, but on Facebook and YouTube here this evening. Broadcast brought to you by Pixel Hunters Productions. They've been doing a great job. Breezeline, who'syourdriver.org, Joe Hudson's Collision Center, Truckin Thunder, Northern Next Chevrolet, Pepsi, Budweiser, and Al Pugh Distributing. Getting ready to go qualifying here with the Budweiser Modifieds first. Then we'll have the Victory Lap Pro Late models. Then it'll be the Truckin Thunder Sportsman and the Joe Hudson's Collision Center Limited Stocks. Once we finish hot lap qualifying, we will have opening ceremonies and then go right into features tonight. Feature lineup is Modified, Pro Late Model, Sportsman, and Limited Stock. Track crew out on the track running the cushion in at the top. First group of Budweiser Modifieds are rolling out onto the track. Samuel Lamborghini, Doug Penny, Russell Irwin, and Brent Bordeaux. And Brett Hamilton, and it looks like Jeff Soliger. We had a chance to speak to Brett Hamilton's wife, Tina Hamilton, a little earlier in the pits. Let's check out what she says.
Hi, folks, we're down here with the lady that's been voted the #1 race car driver's wife 2023, Brett Hamilton's wonderful wife, Tina. Tina, how do you support this sport? You must be in love with it just like your husband.
Well, I am. We actually met at a racetrack, so I was in love with it before I was in love with him, and my dad raced drag cars, and I've been going all my life, so.
Well, let me ask you a question. How did it feel last week to see your husband win the modified race in the #1, folks? Brett Hamilton, how did it feel?
It was great. Every time he wins, it's like the first win, and, you know, it always boosts your confidence when you're winning. So he's been doing it a long time. He's been winning a lot. He's won in almost everything he's been in, so.
Well, folks, watch out for the #1 car, and thank you so much for all your support of the streaming effort that we're doing with Pixel Hunters and Video Motor Services. We're trying to get this streaming thing going, and Tina, you've been very supportive, so thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing hubby bring it to victory lane again.
Let's hope so.
Yawa!
Russell Irwin currently the quickest so far. Budweiser Modified hot laps of 20.491. Brett Hamilton sits second with a 20.984. Followed by Doug Penny rounds out the top three for Budweiser Modified qualifying hot laps here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Checker flag waves for Group 1 of Budweiser Modified qualifying. Russell Irwin set the fastest of a 20.491 set by Russell Irwin, followed by Brett Hamilton and Doug Penny, the top three.
Coming out next on the track, going to be the 44 of Stephen Bryant, the 11 of Chase Butler, your current points leader, the 36 of Ronald Lamborghini, the 10S of Tim Schulte, the 88 of Jay Seward, and the number 2 of Michael Pappas. As they go to qualifying, we'll take a we talked to Brett Bordeaux, who currently sits 5th in qualifying. Let's go to the interview.
Hi, folks. We're here with Brett Bordeaux, driver of the number 40. Brett, you had a bit of a mishap in the madness in the modified Mafia race. Tell me what happened.
Well, we started off 22nd. We got up to close to 10th, and car spun in front of me and stopped, and I had nowhere to go. Knocked the front of the car off, unfortunately. So kind of had to go back to the drawing board and pull the old car out of the mothball.
Pull the old car. Now, this is the old car, guys, and if you were watching last week's race, this car was running second and door-to-door, man, with the number 1. What a race that was. How you feeling about tonight?
I feel pretty good. I tell you, there's a couple cars that I need them to have a bad night for me to have a great night, but we should be able to pull off a top 5 and have fun.
Awesome. Well, that's what it's all about. Folks, stay tuned to watch the number 40, Brent Bordeaux. I like the French wine, like, you know what I mean?
Currently working under caution in the Budweiser Modified hot laps for a spin by the number 2 of Michael Pappas. Spun around in turn 4 to bring out the caution flag. Again, working group number, or second and final group right now, Budweiser Modifieds. Russell Irwin the quickest so far, 20.491. Chase Butler moved to 3rd quick here in qualifying, a 20.999 for Chase Butler. Oh, we got caution, 1 car around to the top of 4. Caution was out for the number 36 of Ronald Lamborghini around at the top of turn 4. Right there is your points leader, the black and blue number 11 of Chase Butler, coming out of turn number 4. Coming across the start-finish line and into 1. And Chase Butler coming into tonight, your points leader, 36-point cushion over Brett Hamilton. There you see the number 2 of Michael Pappas working the top side of turn 2 down the backstretch. The number 88 of Jay Seward working his way through turn number 2 down the backstretch. We get the white flag one more time around here in the Budweiser Modified qualifying session. As we watch the 2 of Michael Pappas come across the checker underneath the start-finish line to get the checker flag to conclude Budweiser Modified qualifying. Current point standings for the Victory Lap Pro late models here coming into tonight. Jeremy Pilkerton, the points leader, has about an 11-point cushion over Billy Hubbard, who sits in 2nd. Bud Stinson 3rd. Davis Lipscomb 4th, and Matt Ashworth round out the top 5 here in our Victory Lap Pro late model point standings coming into tonight. The drivers who have been to victory lane so far this season, Jeremy Pilkerton has 4 wins, Nick Davis has 1, and Derek McGee has 1 win. Those are the drivers who have been to the Virginia is for Lovers victory lane. As the track crew is running in the track, getting ready for the victory lap per late model. Qualifying hot laps are coming up in just a few moments.
Well, we got a second for those folks online. We talked with one of last week's winner. In fact, his first trip ever to Virginia Motor Speedway. Picked up the win in feature number 2 last week. He is Derek McGee out of Millsboro, Delaware.
Folks, we're down here with the Derek McGee, driver of the number 96. Derek, tell me about last race.
Man, it was incredible to come down here in our first time and pick up a win. Couldn't ask for anything better, really.
I don't know if you guys saw the last race, but this guy got pretty choked up. And I can see why. I was just talking to your dad. You've got a 100-year-old grandparent here who told you to go win the race, right?
Yes, sir. My great-grandmother, she is just turned 100 back in April. We were able to come down here then, and they had a big party for her. But we've been telling her for years we were going to come down here and run, and just never made it. Things never worked out. So racing's kind of slowed down a little bit in Delaware, so we decided to pitch some money out, get some tires, come down here, visit her, and also my great uncle who she lives with, her mom and her dad. They are her son-in-law. He's 92. He's bedridden. He's not doing real well, and you just never know when the last time is you're going to see him. And when we left, he said, "Go get that win for me." So.
Well, listen, if you guys are watching the stream right now, shout out to you. You got your grandson out here, and I don't know if you realize quite how talented this man and his team is, but to come to Virginia Motor Speedway and win a late model race, first time out, is close to a miracle. Wouldn't you agree?
I definitely agree. And against the competition, Jeremy Pilkerton, Billy Hubbard, Chuck Bowie, all those guys I've raced against before when they run the Rush Series up in Delaware and Maryland. We've raced against those guys.
Well, talking of which, we're running out of time here. Talking of which, I'm going to do a little experiment here with you, Derek. I'm going to shout Bubba as loud as I can, and we're going to see how many people turn around, okay? Are you ready?
Yeah.
You count them with me after we do it. Hey, Bubba! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's okay. We were just anyway. Back to the interview. But anyway, good luck, man.
I appreciate
Take
it.
it
Thank
easy.
you.
All right.
Out on track at group number 1 of the Victory Lap Pro Late Model Hot Laps, Jeremy Pilkerton, the number 8 out of Loveville, Maryland. Bud Stinson, the 37 out of Gladstone, Virginia. Tyler Ditter, the number 28 out of Charlottesville, Virginia. William Baker, the number 45 out of Sanderson, Virginia. And Colby Bradshaw, the 17 out of Franklin, Virginia. On your screen, you see the number 8 of Jeremy Pilkerton coming out of turn 4. As the dirt kicking up behind the 37 of Bud Stinson coming across the start-finish line for his first lap. Jeremy Pilkerton, the fastest so far, but 19.794. Bud Stinson working his way to 3. As we now put it on the number 28 of Tyler Detter, coming through turn number 4. Tyler Detter that time at 20.416. There's the number 45 machine of William Baker, coming out of turn 2 down the backstretch into turn 3. And we got trouble on the speedway. Caution flag is out for a spin. It appears at the top of turn number 4. We're back to green flag, hot lap qualifying. Following the spin of the number off the 17 of Colby Bradshaw, then again number 45 of William Baker coming out of turn number 4, coming across our start-finish line. White flag here in hot laps for first group of pro late models. Jeremy Pilkerton so far the quickest of a 19.793. There's your fastest driver coming out of turn number 4. He will get the checker flag as we can complete Group 1 of Victory Lap Pro Late Model Hot Lap qualifying. 19.797. The fastest time set by Jeremy Pilkerton in this session. Bud Stinson with a 20.051. And William Baker with a 20.285 as your top 3. Good, Jeremy Pilkerton, the one we just saw coming through turn 4, coming to the end of the checker flag in that hot laps. He is coming into tonight as your points leader. He has a total of 4 wins on the year this season and has an 11-point cushion over Billy Hubbard, who is coming out onto the racing surface right now here in Group 2 of Pro Late Model Hot Laps. Billy Hubbard coming to us out of Cobbs Creek, Virginia, and the blue number 38B. Matt Ashworth in that number 10 out of Mechanicsville, Virginia. Jarrett Edwards in the number 43 out of Mechanicsville, Maryland. Curtis Hughes in the number 7 out of Bohannon, Virginia. And Derek McGee, the number 96 machine out of Millsboro, Delaware, who won here just last week here in the Pro Late Models here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Billy Hubbard, he is coming into tonight's event second in points, just 11 points behind our leader tonight. And Hubbard is also still trying to get that first win of the year. There's the blue and orange number 38B of Billy Hubbard coming off of turn number 2, going down the backstretch. 11 points. The difference between Billy Hubbard and our points leader, Jeremy Pilkerton, are separated by just 11 points coming into tonight. There you see the number 10 of Matt Ashworth going through turn number 1 and 2. Billy Hubbard, that time a 19.886 for Billy Hubbard. Derek McGee goes to third of a 20.022 for Derek McGee. So far, fastest time is set by Jeremy Pilkerton. There's the blue number 7 of Curtis Hughes down in the backstretch. Into 3, being followed by the number 96 machine of Derek McGee. Again, coming off with a little bit of momentum after the win last week. There's the Billy Hubbard and the blue number 38B coming into tonight's second in points. Behind the points leader, Jeremy Pilkerton, just 11 points is all that separates Hubbard and Pilkerton. Here he is coming out of turn 4, coming across our start-finish line. Checker flag waves on group number 2 of the Victory Lap Pro Late Model qualifying. Sportsman, we need you in staging. Sportsman, you need to be in staging. You are coming up next. Sportsman, we need you in staging for your qualifying hot laps. You are next.
Next group coming out is going to be the 38 of Nick Love, the 71 of Davis Lipscomb, the 11 of Ed Pope, the 29H of Corey Allman, and the 51S of Garrett Donnell, one of our rookies. While we're waiting for them to get on the track, let's go to the interview we had with Davis Lipscomb, who sits 4th in points right now.
All right, folks, we're down here with a 90, hang on. Folks, we're down here with the number 71, Davis Lipscomb. Davis, I saw the wreck last week. What happened, bro?
We just got down too low. It was still a little greasy down in the bottom early in that race and over-rotated the car, trying to get too low and clipped the left front bumper on the on the wall of the bumper, and it spun me around. And I was a sitting duck, and I got clipped and broke the left front spindle, so it ended our night.
That ended the night, folks, and you were 3rd in points. I looked today, now 4th in points. That hurts, man. You got to really work hard to get back in there, right?
Yeah, they're not going to run the twins tonight, so it's going to be hard to make up ground, but it's also makes it good for not losing as much ground either if you have a bad night. So, hopefully we can run up front and try to get another win, and that's all we're out here for anyway.
All right, folks, watch out for the number 71, Davis Lipscomb at Virginia Motor Speedway. Yowza!
And currently working our final group of Pro Late Model qualifying here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Davis Lipscomb, top of the board, a 19.715 for Davis Lipscomb. And that white number 71 machine has the new fastest time in the Pro Late Models here this evening. That time by Lipscomb, a 20.246. That time for Davis Lipscomb as he goes down the back stretch. Checker flag waves to conclude our Victory Lap Pro Late Model qualifying hot lap session here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Davis Lipscomb the fastest, 19.715. Jeremy Pilkerton second with a 19.793. Billy Hubbard third of a 19.886. Derek McGee fourth with a 20.002. And Bud Stinson with a 20.051 rounds out your top 5.
Are the While they do a little prep on the track, let's go back to an interview that we did earlier with Matt Meads out of Elizabeth City, North Carolina. He's the driver, that number 23.
Matt Meads, the number 23 sportsman. Matt, 2 races you dropped out. How are you feeling about tonight?
Well, I'm hoping we made some good changes. Hopefully we've got all the nuts and bolts tight this week. We run pretty competitively here, and so we're pretty disappointed with our last 2 events.
It's got to be gutting, folks. Can you imagine all the work that these guys go through all week getting their cars ready, getting down to the track and everything else? How does it feel when you're sitting there and you're going, I ain't going to race tonight?
Oh, nah. There's no quit. We keep on going.
That's right. But I'm saying when you're sitting on the track and you're broke, how does that feel?
I've told people before, racing has the most, you go from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows real quick. So it teaches you how to deal with that. So It's just part of it.
All right, folks, stay tuned to watch the number 23 of the great Matt Meads.
Getting ready for the Truckin Thunder Sportsman qualifying hot laps here in just a few moments. The current point standings coming into tonight, Brett Adkins is your points leader, but he is the points leader by just 6 points over Steve Causey, who is second, and Tim Shelton sits third in points, 22 points separating. But currently, though, tonight, Brett Adkins, your points leader, and Steve Causey, who sits just 6 points behind the points leader coming into this evening. Brett Adkins has a total of 3 wins this year. Can he make it 4 tonight? Out of track at group number 1 for the Truckin Thunder Sportsman. It'll be the 01 of Adam Braden out of Standardsville, Virginia. Matt Meads, the number 23 out of Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Tommy Upshaw, the 01X out of King William, Virginia. Hunter Wright, the 00 out of Aylett, Virginia. Steve Causey and the number 9 out of Smithfield, Virginia. And Tony Breeden and the 101 machine out of Scottsville, Virginia. Out on track for the first group of Truckin Thunder Sportsmen. Currently working their qualifying hot laps here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Limited stocks, we need you in staging. Limited stocks, you need to be in staging. You are next. Limited stocks, we need you in staging. The 01X of Tommy Upshaw coming through turn number 2. There's the 00 of Hunter Wright, who has just 1 win so far this season, and we got 1 around on the front straightaway. The 01 of Adam Braden is around here on the front straightaway to put us under the yellow here under qualifying hot laps in the Truckin Thunder Sportsman. Hunter Wright currently now has the new fastest time of a 21.912. Steve Causey second of a 21.925. There's the number 23 of Matt Meads going through turn number 1 and 2 in that blue number 23 machine. Coming into tonight, 5th in points, 52 points back behind our points leader, the 01X of Tommy Upshaw, coming down the backstretch into turn number 3. And we got 1 around at the bottom of turn 3 and 4 to put us under caution once again here in qualifying. Again, Hunter Wright with the fastest time of 21.702. So far, the fastest time set here in Sportsman qualifying hot laps. There's the number 9 of Steve Causey coming into this race tonight, second in points. 6 points is the difference between him and our points leader of Brett Atkins tonight, are separated by just 6 points. Steve Causey there, 21.880 that time, and around goes the 01. The 101 of Tony Breeden goes around at the bottom of turn 3 and 4. Number 9 is Steve Causey coming out of 4. White flag waves one more time around in Group 1 of our Truckin Thunder Sportsman qualifying hot laps here at Virginia Motor Speedway. As we get the checkered flag waves. Checkered flag waves for the first group of Truckin Thunder Sportsmen has concluded their hot lap qualifying session. Hunter Wright, the quickest of a 21.702, already has one win tonight. Already has one win so far this year. Can he make it two? And Steve Causey, second so far in hot laps of a 21.880. Currently coming in 6 points behind Brett Atkins, our points leader this evening. Here we go with our final group of Truckin Thunder Sportsmen for their qualifying. It's going to be the number 26 of Stephanie Johnston out of Gloucester, Virginia. The number 30 of Joe Miller out of Waterview, Virginia. Brett Atkins in the number 16 out of Saluda, Virginia. Blake Atkins in the number 1 out of Saluda, Virginia. Dale Rhodes in the OU1 out of Saluda, Virginia. And Matt Brown in the number 33 machine out of Gloucester, Virginia. In our final group of sportsmen out on track. One you're looking on your screen is number 16 of Brett Atkins. Your points leader has 3 wins this season. Can he make it 4 tonight? There's number 1 of Blake Atkins coming through turn number 2 as he passes Brett down the back straightaway. Tommy Upshaw in the 01 coming through 4. Up the racetrack. Oh, and around goes the 26. Around went the 26 as Stephanie Johnston went around at the top of, got loose after going all the way to the top side of 3 and 4 and puts us under yellow. Green flag is back in the air. We're back to qualifying here in the Truckin Thunder Sportsman. White flag waves one more time around here in our sportsman qualifying. checker flag waves, and that will conclude our Truckin Thunder Sportsman qualifying hot laps. Hunter Wright with the fastest time of a 21.697. Steve Causey second. Matt Bates third. Brett Atkins fourth. And Adam Breeden round out your top 5 in our Truckin Thunder Sportsman qualifying.
They're doing a little track prep here on our live broadcast on Facebook and YouTube. We had a talk with Trent Clemens of the 01 a little earlier. Let's go listen to it.
All right, we're here with the 01 limited stock of Trent Clemens. Trent, tell me about last race. I saw you got sent to the back a couple of times, worked your way back. What did you end up?
We ended up 5th by the end of the race. We had qualified 3rd, started 3rd for the feature, and coming out of turn 2, me and Corey Bradley were fighting for the lead, and then going into turn 3, a car got into the back of me and turned me around, so we had to come back up for the rear on that. And we on the way up there, we got hit again coming out of turn 4, and again went to the back, had to work our way back up, and was able to get to 5th. I think we had a fast piece. Just
you were rolling, dude. If you just had another 5-10 laps, maybe you could have closed it down.
Yeah, I know. They used to run us for 25 laps, and they've got us cut back to 20 this year. And there's been a few races this year I felt like we could have used those 5 extra laps to try to get the job done.
All right, folks, stay tuned to watch the upcoming 01, baby. Yowza!
Trent Clemens, one of the good ones around here. While they're still prepping, why don't we talked to Ray Ashworth. He's going to come back next year and run in the Joe Hudson's Collision Center Limited Stock Division full time. Sean Cook had a chance to talk to him earlier.
All right, folks, we're down here at Virginia Motor Speedway. We got some big news. Ray, your son Matthew, told me to tell you that he just bought you a car and you're going back racing. How do you feel?
I'm ready to go. I'm tired of watching.
Yeah.
I'm ready to drive, but I'm looking forward to it.
Now, what division are you going to drive in?
Limited stock. I'm going back down to limited stock. We can't afford to run 2 of these things.
All right, folk. Now, you're going to run what, the 10? Tell me the 10.
Number 10.
Number 10, limited stock. Ray Ashworth is coming out of the retirement. Because why, Ray? You can't handle it or what?
No, I'm tired of watching. I'm ready to drive something. Probably won't win no more, but I'm going to go have some fun.
Well, folks, a lot of people don't know, but Ray actually did break out of retirement and run some arena racing out at Capital City Speedway. Tell me what happened, Ray.
I ran a couple races last year. 3 of them, I won 2 of them. And we won one of the mechanic races, I think, year before last. And that's all the racing I've done.
Well, folks, stay tuned. The great Ray Ashworth is coming back. Yowza!
Well, they're putting down a little water. We might as well go ahead and get our last interview here in the limited stocks. And we talked to the 59 of Jason Spielman. He has one of the most unique haulers. He has the big bus where you can climb up in it, and they have a good old time.
All right, folks, we're down here with Jason Spielman, driver of the number 55 limited stock. How you think you're going to do it tonight, buddy?
Hopefully I do pretty good.
What about the last race? So we saw you got tangled up in that one little situation. Tell me what happened.
Pretty much the last lap, I went down low on Raymond Harper, and he got me in the door.
That's right. That's right.
And I mean, we apologized to each other. It was good though.
But you made it to the last lap, and that's what's important, people. Stay tuned for the stream upcoming race. Let's see what this man does. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
We're just getting ready to get started in the Joe Hudson's Collision Center's limited stock car qualifying here this evening at Virginia Motor Speedway. A beautiful evening for some dirt track racing here tonight. I want to say thank you, race fans, for taking time out of your Saturday evening and spending it with us. And thank you to those who are tuning in online as well. You're in for a great night of racing action, no matter if you are here in person or tuning in online. We will have some great racing tonight for you across all of our divisions. Dirt Series Championship Weekly Racing divisions tonight. All of the great video that is being done is done by the wonderful group of Pixel Hunters Production. For those who are viewing it online, they are the group that are providing us with all of these great angles this evening. And you can go to vmsvideo.com and watch all of the video, all of the races from tonight will be uploaded to vmsvideo.com, where you can watch it tomorrow. And you will be able to rewatch all of the racing that we do here at Virginia Motor Speedway on vmsvideo.com. Current point standings for the Joe Hudson's Collision Center's limited stock car division. Johnny Brooks, your points leader, has a total of 5 wins this year. And Corey Bradley sits in second with 1 win under his belt, and his 37 points separates Johnny Brooks and Corey Bradley in the Joe Hudson's Collision Center's limited stock car division. Third in points will be Trent Clemens, fourth Raymond Harper, and fifth Jacob Bowie. Those are your top 5 Joe Hudson's Collision Center's limited stock car division point standings here at Virginia Motor Speedway. And we're getting ready to now send our first group onto the racing surface to start our hot laps. Starting with the number 41 of Corey Bradley out of Hopewell, Virginia. Hilton Pickrell in the number 99 out of Prince Frederick, Maryland. Zach Elliott in number 6 out of Glen Allen, Virginia. Jason Spielman in the number 59 out of Hampton, Virginia. John Hankins Jr. in the number 25 out of Jamaica, Virginia. Justin Polden in the number 9 out of Mechanicsville, Virginia. That is your first group of Joe Hudson's Collision Center's limited stock car qualifying hot laps. Green flag waves to begin our Joe Hudson's Collision Center's limited stock car qualifying session here this evening at Virginia Motor Speedway. Number 41, Corey Bradley. There is the number 99 machine of Hilton Pickrell. The number 6 of Zach Elliott going through turn at number 1. And the white number 6. So far, fastest time set by Justin Pullen of a 23.494. There is the blue number 59 of Jason Spielman coming out of turn number 4 to get a time that lap of a 24.469. Corey Bradley that time to the top of the board of a 23.409. Corey Bradley. John Hankins Jr. going down the backstretch in the 25 machine into turn number 3. And there's the number 9 of Justin Pullen coming out of turn 4. And that black and red number 9 machine gets a time of a 23.646 that time by. And the blue number 41 of Corey Bradley going through 1 and 2. That time at a 23.690. He has his fastest time as a 23.409 so far in this session, and is coming out of turn 4. He will see the white flag one more time for the first group of Joe Hudson's Collision Center limited stock car qualifying. And here comes the final group of Joe Hudson's Collision Center's limited stocks. For hot laps, it'll be the number 7 of Johnny Brooks out of Aylid, Virginia. Trent Clemens in the 01 out of North Prince George, Virginia. Christopher Bryan in the number 14 out of Lenexa, Virginia. W.L. Johnson in the number 85 out of Gloucester, Virginia. Gregory Morgan in the 53 out of Mechanicsville, Maryland, and Brian Maxey in the 05 out of King George, Virginia, followed by Raymond Harper and the number 55 machine out on track for our second and final group of Joe Hudson's Collision Center's limited stock car qualifying. The white number 7 of Johnny Brooks coming through turn number 4. That is your points leader in our limited stock car division this season. He has a total of 5 wins this year. Corey Bradley has 1 win this year, and Orion Hutchins has 1 win. So those are the drivers who have been to the Virginia is for Lovers victory lane. Will we get another first-time winner this year? Or will Johnny Brooks continue his dominant performance in the limited stocks this season here at Virginia Motor Speedway? We'll find out later this evening as Johnny Brooks goes to the top of the board of a 22.608. That time for Johnny Brooks. Trent Clemens sits second. Raymond Harper third. Christopher Bryan fourth. and Corey Bradley, your top 5. And we got one with a lot of smoke coming out of the back, I believe, of the 04 of Brian Maxey. Brian Maxey slowing on the bottom of the back straightaway with an absolutely big cloud of smoke coming out of the back of that white 04 machine. Here the motor has expired on the 04 of Brian Maxey. Or we do not know potentially what the issue is, but there's definitely an issue on the 04 of Brian Maxey. Trent Clemens in the 01 coming through turn number 1 and 2. Currently second quick, a 23.086 is Trent Clemens' fastest time so far in this session. Previous session, he had a 23.7470. That time, he gets it done even better with a 23.010. Trent Clemens, 23.010 will remain second quick. Raymond Harper comes across the start-finish line with a 23.316. That'll conclude the Joe Hudson's Collision Center Limited Stock Car Qualifying here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Coming up next, we're going into the features. Our next.
Go ahead. Two more events for the 2023 season, one here at the dirt track and one over at the pit. We will be back racing Saturday, September 16th for Joe Hudson's Collision Center Championship Night. We will crown champions in all 4 divisions. It should be one heck of a night because the points battles are fairly tight. And then on Saturday, October 7th, we go over to the Mud Bog facility where we go mud bogging, the Run Amok Mud Bog and Mud Sling presented by BreezeLine and HoosierDriver.org. We'll have Premier Mega Truck Racing, that's side-by-side Mega Truck Racing. We'll also have some Hill and Hole divisions. We'll have the King of the Super Street Mud Racing Series, Pro Stock, Mod, and Pro Mod. That's October 7th. Run Amok, Mud Bog, and Mud Sling. You won't want to miss it, folks. Again, want to welcome everybody out to Virginia Motor Speedway here at the Speedway and live on Facebook and YouTube. The broadcast brought to you tonight by Pixel Hunters Productions. They have been doing a phenomenal job over the last 3-4 races with us. Also brought to you by Breezeline, HoosierDriver.org, Joe Hudson's Collision Center, Truckin Thunder, Northern Neck Chevrolet, Pepsi, Budweiser, and Al Pugh Distributing. For those people out in social media land, Facebook, YouTube, we thought we'd give you just a little taste of the action here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Budweiser Modified, you're needed in staging, please. Budweiser Modified, you're needed in staging, please. Track crew doing a little maintenance on the surface as we get the modifieds lined up. We will have our national anthem and opening prayer here in just a little bit. Can't thank our sponsors enough here, Northern Neck Chevrolet, Breezeline, Churchview Septic Center, Budweiser, Virginia Tourism, Truckin Thunder, Victory Lap, Joe Hudson's Collision Center, PCS, Performance Control Solutions out of Ashland, Reed's Power Washing, HoosierDriver.org, Curtis Contracting, Truist, and VP Racing Fuels. By the way, Curtis Contracting, if you're got a CDL or you're looking to work in the construction business, Curtis Contracting is looking for employees. You see the number there on the billboard, 804-843-3350. Give them a call. If we could get everybody to stand, we'll honor our God and our country as we do each and every race. Our dear gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this beautiful afternoon, this beautiful evening. We thank you for the chance to be here, to be alive. Lord, we ask that you watch over these drivers here tonight, that you'll keep them safe. You'll reach your hand of protection and keep them safe here tonight. We'll also ask that you give them the ability to put on a great show for these fans. Lord, we have the best fans in the world, and if we need you to please make sure that they return home safely so they can come back and visit us again. More than anything, we thank you for the gift of eternal life through your Son, Jesus Christ. We say this in his name. Amen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
What a beautiful rendition of the national anthem by Jennifer Lauren, a local here in one of our counties. I need you to help me out. You know the words on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Starting lineup for the Budweiser Modified tonight. On the inside of row number 6 will be the number 88 of Jay Seward out of King William, Virginia. 2 is outside the 36 of Rondo Lamborghini out of Woodford, Virginia. Inside of row 5, the 814, Samuel Lamborghini, and then 2 is outside the 44 of Stephen Bryant. Inside of row 4 will be the 10S of Tim Schulte. 2 is outside the 40 of Brent Bordeaux. Inside of row 5, the number 4 of Doug Penny, and the 77 of Jeff Solinger. Row 2 on the inside, the number 2 of Michael Pappas. 2 is outside the 22 of Russell Irwin in row 2. And on the front row for tonight, in row number 1 is the 1ST of Brett Hamilton. And to his outside, in row 1 is the 11 of Chase Butler. Chase Butler is coming into tonight your points leader. He's got a total of 3 wins this season. Brett Hamilton is second in points, and they are starting on the front row tonight. They are coming in first and second in points and are starting front row this evening, so that should make for some exciting action as this race progresses. Because not only are they first and second in points coming into tonight, but just 36 points separates first and second right there on that front row. So Chase Butler, Brett Hamilton have a lot they're racing for tonight. Again, they are just 36 points separation between the two and are starting on the front row. Green flag in the air. It's time to hit it and get it for the Budweiser Modifieds at Virginia Motor Speedway. 3 wide. We're going to go 4 wide for a brief moment off of 2. Now we're going to go back single file down the backstretch as they go off into 3. Chase Butler on the inside of Hamilton. They're battling for the lead as they work their way off of 4. Chase Butler will slide past Hamilton and he will lead lap number 1. As Chase Butler to the lead, Brett Hamilton is second. Now Brett Hamilton, he is now under fire as they work their way off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway they go into turn 3. A battle for second. Tim Schulte and Jeff Solinger battling out side by side for position as they go through turn 4. There is the number 1 ST of Brett Hamilton working his way on the outside of Michael Pappas. That is for third. They are side by side battle for third and then a battle for 5th behind them. Michael Pappas on the bottom, Brett Hamilton on the outside, side by side down into turn number 3. It's going to be Pappas will complete the pass out of 4. Jeff Solinger completes the pass on Schulte down the front stretch into turn 1, and we got trouble on the speedway. The 88 of Jay Seward goes around in turn number 4 in that black and red number 88 is around in turn number 4. We're going to see if he can get it refired. But that is cause of the first caution flag of the evening in our Budweiser Modifieds. Green flag in here. We're back underway in the Budweiser Modifieds at Virginia Motor Speedway. Jeff Solinger not wasting any time attacking Brett Hamilton as they work their way off into turn number 1. Solinger is going to go to the inside. Hamilton slides up. That's going to allow Solinger into 4th. Brett Hamilton's not going to give it up that easily. He's going to fight back on the inside as they work their way down the backstretch into turn 3. Brett Hamilton on the inside. Jeff Solinger on the outside. It's going to be Brett Hamilton. Will get it done off of 4 with smoke coming out of the back of that number 1 ST machine. It could be a tire rub. Jeff Solinger back to the inside as they work their way off of 2 into turn number 3. Again, now all of that racing is going on for the 4th spot. The 10S of Tim Schulte trying to look to the inside there, coming off of 4 and going into turn number 1. Schulte, Solinger, Hamilton on your screen racing for the 4th spot. And we go back to the lead there. Chase Butler coming out of 4th. Here comes Tim Schulte trying to look to the bottom again as he comes out of 4 on Solinger as they work their way off into 1. It's going to be Solinger prevails as they go through turn number 1 and 2. Jeff Solinger clears them by about 2 to 3 car lengths down the backstretch. There's the number 40 of Brent Bordeaux watching the battle unfold in front of them as they go through turn 4. They're going to be side by side, Solinger and Schulte, as they work their way across the start-finish line into turn number 1. Back to the front, Chase Butler is showing the way out of turn number 4. But Chase Butler, he's got a lot of pressure behind him. The number 22 of Russell Irwin is back there, and he's letting Chase Butler know as they work their way off into turn 3 and 4. Chase Butler under fire from Russell Irwin out of turn 4. Russell Irwin in that black number 22. He's going to go around the outside. He's going to try to get the outside working off of 2. Chase Butler is going to say, I don't think so, and shuts the door on Russell Irwin down the backstretch into turn number 3. It's going to be Butler Irwin out of turn 4 battling for the lead. Butler retains the lead as they come across the start-finish line into turn number 1. Russell Irwin trying the outside again. Irwin trying to get the run on the outside. He's got it this time. Kicks up a lot of dirt off of 2. Irwin clears him for a brief moment, and Butler fires back on the bottom. Butler slides up right to the door. The right fender on that left front tire of Irwin. Very close racing between these two as they are battling for the lead and putting on an absolutely great show. There's Russell Irwin. Oh, it looks like Butler might have pinched Irwin up in the fence going down the backstretch. But Butler currently showing the way, keeping Russell Irwin at bay as they go off into turn 1. Irwin, he's going to try the outside again. It seems he's got a ride off of 2. Russell Irwin's going to clear him as they go down the backstretch into turn 3. That'll be for just a brief moment because don't look now, Chase Butler. Back to the lead goes Butler. Russell Irwin sticks to those there on the left rear as they go off into 1. They're side by side going through 1. This time Russell Irwin is going to force Chase Butler to the outside. Irwin on the inside. Down the backstretch they go into turn number 3. Russell Irwin to the lead. He was able to use the bottom that time. Now Chase Butler goes back to the bottom as they come up on some lap traffic in front of them. But they stay clear. Russell Irwin now clears Butler by 3 car lengths down the backstretch. as he works his way around lap traffic. Michael Pappas in the red, number 2. Sits back there watching it all unfold in 3rd. As our leaders start to maneuver their way through slower traffic, Michael Pappas is going to be working his way around the 88 of Seward down off of turn 4. Oh, Pappas got a little sideways off of 4, but caught it as he goes off into turn number 1. On the inside is Pappas, Seward on the outside. Pappas will clear. Seward down the backstretch and into 3. We are now 17 of 25 complete. The 1ST of Brett Hamilton out of 4 going into turn number 1. Oh, we got one car stopped at the top of turn number 2. Caution flag is on the speedway. We got one stopped at the top of turn 2. And I believe that is the 22 of Russell Irwin. Coming to a slow roll in 2 and is again come to a complete stop on the backstretch. Russell Irwin was having a great battle there earlier in this race with Chase Butler for the lead as they were slinging around each other. They were going inside and outside. But unfortunately, it seems the night has come to an end for the 22 of Russell Irwin. Chase Butler, he's currently got 3 wins on the year so far this season. Can he make it 4 wins in 2023? Michael Pappas in the number 2, sitting in 2nd. Michael Pappas trying to get his first win here at Virginia Motor Speedway this season. The 1ST there of Brett Hamilton currently sits 2nd in points. He has got 2 wins this season in 2023. Can Brett Hamilton get it done and make it 3 this year? There's just 36 points separates 1st and 3rd place right now in points. Green flag in the air. We're back to racing in the Budweiser Modifieds. Jeff Solinger's not going to waste any time. Oh, Michael Pappas up in the wall off of 2. Kicks up a lot of dirt, and he's going to lose 2. Now almost, he's probably going to lose 3 spots as Schulte goes to the inside trying to make it happen, but is side by side in front of them. Jeff Solinger, Brett Hamilton battling it out side by side for 2nd as they work their way through turn 1 and 2. Michael Pappas is not going to give up. Michael Pappas is going to make it a 3-car duel for 2nd as they go through turn number 3. Michael Pappas back to the bottom, Brett Hamilton on the outside. They're going to be side by side across the start-finish line into turn 1. Michael Pappas goes to 3rd. Tim Schulte trying to see if he can follow the same path Michael Pappas took. As Schulte to the inside of Hale looks to the bottom of Hamilton coming through turn 4. They're 2 wide off of 4 is still Michael Pappas. And caution lights are on the speedway. Caution is out. We got 1 around at the bottom of 4. The number 40 of Brent Bordeaux.
Pro late models, you need to be heading to staging. Pro late models, you need to be heading to staging, please.
Caution flag on the speedway brought out by Brent Bordeaux, who spun it around at the bottom of turn 4. Brought out the Hoosier driver. Caution flag this evening. Again, all of this great camera work that everybody is able to watch right now online is being brought to you by the Pixel Hunters, providing us great coverage of tonight's racing. You can go to vmsvideo.com where you can watch it all over again tomorrow on vmsvideo.com. Out of turn 4, green flag back in the air. We're back to racing in the Budweiser Modifieds. Chase Butler not wasting any time going through turn 1 and 2, but neither is Jeff Solinger. Solinger on the outside, down the backstretch they go into turn number 3. Michael Pappas is sitting there in third, watching the battle for the lead unfold in front of him. Meanwhile, Brett Hamilton sits in fourth, trying to reel in the two of Michael Pappas down the front stretch into turn 1. Hamilton looks to the inside, Pappas stays on the outside. Hamilton right there on the inside, now just 2 car lengths separate Pappas and Hamilton. Down into turn 3 they go. It's going to be Brett Hamilton with a run off of 4. Not going to be enough to get to the inside of Pappas as Pappas maintains the momentum on the top cushion and they go through turn number 2. Pappas with the run down the backstretch, and now a battle is ensuing for the lead in front of them. Chase Butler feeling the heat from Jeff Solinger. Brett Hamilton trying to hurry it around Michael Pappas to see if he can get to the front as fast as possible. We are now 23 of 25 complete. 2 laps to go in the Budweiser Modifieds at Virginia Motor Speedway. Brett Hamilton on the bottom of Michael Pappas. Here comes Chase Butler out of turn number 4. He will see the white flag given to Chase Butler. White flag one more time around for the Budweiser Modifieds. Brett Hamilton and Michael Pappas are doing it out for the 3rd spot, coming off of 2. Jeff Solinger trying to give it one last Hail Mary throw down into turn number 3. Out of turn 4, Michael Pappas loses it, but it's going to be Chase Butler gets it done in the Budweiser Modifieds as Michael Pappas gave it all he had in turn 3 and 4 and spun it around. Chase Butler picks up win number 4 of 2023.
We head on down to Virginia's for Racing Lovers Victory Lane. Chase Butler with the win. Jeff Solinger put a great effort on in trying to catch Butler for that lead. Brett Hamilton with a solid 3rd place finish. Tim Schulte 4th and rounding out the top 5 after a rough week last week, Doug Penny in the number 4. Waiting for him to climb out the car. Gets it done. Having a hard time getting out.
Yeah.
That's what married life does to you.
Get one of these bellies put on you. I got a lot of people I want to thank. MW Butler Electrical, Pole Green Services, City Electrical Supply, Aiden for being out here with us, helping us all day. My beautiful wife, as he just said, Kelsey right here, my mom and dad, and my little sister, each and every week. They're here supporting us and making sure this car gets out here. Anybody in the stands, I can tell you, we had a show there for a minute with Russell Irwin. We definitely got some homework to do. Definitely glad to be in victory lane, but I'm a little upset that he broke. Was definitely good running with him and look forward to running more with him here in the future. Dan and Chris Arnold, they're not able to be here tonight, but DAI Motorsports is who makes this car run good as it does each and every week, so we want to thank them. And got a family in the stands. My grandma's up there supporting us right there in the green. Everybody can hear her, I'm sure. And Virginia Motor Speedway for putting a great track on here for us to race at tonight.
There's your winner, Chase Butler. I didn't even have to ask him any questions. He just did it. I like those kind of interviews. We're going to send it back up to Colin so he can give you the starting lineup for the Victory Lap Pro Late Models.
Thank you, Dave. The starting lineup for tonight's Victory Lap Pro Late Model feature. On the inside of row number 8 will be the number 17 to Colby Bradshaw out of Franklin, Virginia. Row 7 to the inside will be the number 51S of Garrett Donnell out of Matthews, Virginia. To his outside, the 11 of Ed Pope III out of Hanover, Maryland. Inside of row 7 will be the number 7 of Curtis Hughes. Inside of row 6 will be the 7 of Curtis Hughes. And to his outside, the number 38 of Nicholas Love. Inside of row 5 will be the number 45 of William Baker. To his outside, the number 28 of Tyler Detter. On the inside of row 4, it'll be the number 43 of Jarrett Edwards. To his outside, the number 10 of Matt Ashworth. On the inside of row number 3, it'll be the number 37 of Bud Stinson. To his outside, the number 29H of Corey Allman. Over inside of row 2 will be the number 8 of Jeremy Pilkerton. To your points leader coming into tonight, to his outside, the number 71 of Davis Lipscomb. And the front row for tonight's Victory Lap Pro Late Models, the number 96 of Derek McGee and the number 38B of Billy Hubbard. That is your starting lineup, race fans, for the Victory Lap Pro Late Models here at Virginia Motor Speedway. 30 laps coming up next in our feature in just a few moments. Jeremy Pilkerton rolling off third tonight. He's coming into tonight as your points leader. Jeremy Pilkerton is just 11 points clear of Billy Hubbard, who Billy Hubbard is starting second tonight. Again, Billy Hubbard starting second here tonight. He is coming into the points, second in points, and starting second on the outside front row tonight. He is just 11 points behind Jeremy Pilkerton, who is starting third. So the top two separated by just 11 points coming in this evening. And third is Bud Stinson in points. He's third in points starting from the inside of row 3 from fifth tonight. That is how close the top two are in the Victory Lap Pro Late Model point standings. Again, just separated by 11. Jeremy Pilkerton and the white neon number 8 machine on the inside of row 2. And the number 38B of Billy Hubbard to his outside. And the blue number 38B machine. That is the first and second place in points. Again, first and second place in points are starting outside front row and inside second row. 38B Billy Hubbard, 8 Jeremy Pilkerton. Keep your eye on those two this evening because they're separated by just 11 in points tonight. So we'll see how that will impact the racing if they get close to each other this evening. Field's coming through turn 3 and 4. Green flag in the air. It's time to hit it and get it. And the Victory Lap Pro Late Models at Virginia Motor Speedway. We're going to be 3 wide off of 2 for second. Lipscomb on the outside. Allman's going to follow suit. Hubbard on the bottom in third. Here comes Billy. It's going to be out of turn number 4. It's actually Derek McGee on the bottom there in second. Billy Hubbard leads lap number 1. Derek McGee riding there in the second spot. He's got Lipscomb on the backfield still. Here comes Pilkington to the inside of Lipscomb. They're going to be side by side down the backstretch into turn number 3. That's going to be Pilkington on the inside. Lipscomb up top. Now Pilkington trying to get around McGee as they work their way off a 4 and into turn 1. It's Billy Hubbard out front. Lipscomb on the outside. Trying to get around the 8 of Pilkington. They're going to be side by side off of 2. Lipscomb clears Pilkington. Now puts his sights on McGee as they work their way off into 3 and 4. Coming out of turn number 4. Pilkington there on the inside. Lipscomb slams the door shut on Pilkington. Now Corey Allman is going to try to throw it in there as hard as he can through 1 and 2. Allman is now just 2 car lengths separate of Pilkington down the backstretch into turn 3. Corey Allman trying to work around Pilkington, who is your points leader. And the man leading this race, Billy Hubbard, started this race in second, currently out front, and right behind him, he's got a battle shaping up behind him, though, with McGee and Lipscomb for second. Lipscomb is there, looking to the inside. He won't be able to get a run, but here comes Corey Allman looking back to the inside of your point leader, Jeremy Pilkington. Off into turn number 1 to go with Pilkington keeping Allman at bay. We're side by side for second, and McGee across the front nose of Lipscomb down the backstretch into turn 3 they go. Derek McGee will take second away from Lipscomb. Here comes Lipscomb, going to fire back on all cylinders, working around the outside off of turn number 2. On the cushion goes Lipscomb down into turn 3. Everybody so far has now gotten single file from where we had some side-by-side racing. We are now single file throughout the field so far, with Billy Hubbard continuing to open up his lead on McGee as they work their way off and through 4. Battle so far for second right now on the racetrack with McGee, Lipscomb, and Pilkington. That is second, third, and 4th, battling for the second spot. Lipscomb up on the cushion off of 2. Lipscomb trying to make the outside line work, and he's got a big run down the backstretch off into 3. Lipscomb had to hit the brake for a quick second as they work their way off into turn number 4. Lipscomb going to try the outside again. Down they go through turn number 2. Lipscomb on the outside. McGee slams the door shut. Lipscomb goes right back around the inside. And caution flag waves on the speedway. 1 car around it in turn 4 to 17 of Colby Bradshaw brings out the Hoosier driver caution flag here this evening. Caution flag on the speedway for the 17 of Colby Bradshaw, who spun around in turn number 4. Not sure if he had any help or not, if it was just of his own doing. And the other 2 cars, the other 2 cars that spun in turn 3 and 4, they spun trying to avoid the 17 who was already spun in 4. It appears Nicholas Love in the 38. It seems is having trouble getting that number 30, or is pointing to a piece of debris. It looks like in turn 4, so Nicholas Love trying to get the attention of our crew. Yeah, Nicholas Love letting us know that we have debris over in turn number 3. As our amazing safety team here at Virginia Motor Speedway are quickly on it, as they go over to turn 3 and 4 and pick up the debris to get it off of our racing surface. Again, currently under the Hoosier driver caution flag this evening at Virginia Motor Speedway. Race fans, we want to say thank you so much for spending the time with us on your Saturday evening, for coming out in person to check us out here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Hope you all are enjoying a fantastic night of racing that you are watching, and our pro late models as we get ready to go back to green this time. And again, those of you tuning in online, we appreciate you tuning in as well. Green flag waves. We're back under racing conditions in the Victory Lap Pro Late Models here at Virginia Motor Speedway. As Billy Hubbard leads us through turn number 2. Lipscomb with a big run on the outside through turn 1 and 2. Rode the outside all the way through the corner. Now still trying to keep the outside sticking, going through turn number 4. Derek McGee on the inside. Lipscomb up top. Lipscomb clears him by just a half a car. Now McGee on the bottom. Lipscomb back to the outside. Lipscomb gets it clear. Lipscomb goes to second and clears him by about 4 car lengths. Will clear McGee down the backstretch into turn 3. Lipscomb got the outside line working and was able to make that car stick. Pilkerton way up the racetrack there through turn number 1 and 2, kicking up a lot of dirt. As Pilkerton sits back there in the 4th spot, your points leader. Currently running in 4th. Trying to see if he can find a way around the 96 of Derek McGee. Here they go now off of 2. Lipscomb in 2nd. Down the backstretch into 3. Trying to reel in your leader, Billy Hubbard. So far, it is all Billy Hubbard. It has been Billy Hubbard out front. Lipscomb trying the outside again, and that seems to be where he gets a lot of his momentum. Lipscomb down the backstretch now, closes in by about 2 car lengths. He's going to try the inside now through turn 3 and 4. We're going to watch Lipscomb going through the turn number 1. Lipscomb using the outside line. Seems to be working very well for the 71 of Lipscomb. He makes up a lot of ground on Hubbard when he uses the outside in 1 and 2 as they come out of turn number 4. He's been using the outside most of the night. We're going to see him do it again. Here comes Lipscomb on the outside. Lipscomb is there. Nick Love is there. They're side by side down the backstretch into 3. Lipscomb now falls into the clutches of Derek McGee down out of turn number 4. Billy Hubbard leads us down through 1 and 2. Here comes Lipscomb back on the outside. Lipscomb now goes to the bottom. Derek McGee only gets stuck on the outside, but will get the advantage through turn 3 and 4. Billy Hubbard showing the way here at Virginia Motor Speedway on a Saturday evening. Here comes Lipscomb back on the outside through 1 and 2. Will he get it done again this time? No, not enough as they're side by side down the backstretch. Into turn number 3. Billy Hubbard gets it done on the bottom of the racetrack where Lipscomb gets all of his speed on the outside of the racetrack. Can he get it done this time? We're going to see if he's going to get it done this time. Lipscomb back on the top side. And we have got a caution on the racetrack. Caution is on the racetrack. Caution flag waves for 1 around to the bottom of turn number 2. Brings out another Hoosier driver. Caution flag. You know, watching some of fantastic racing action tonight here at Virginia Motor Speedway, being done by these amazing drivers in the Victory Lap Pro Late Model Division. Billy Hubbard, Davis Lipscomb, Derek McGee, Jeremy Pilkerton, Corey Allman, your top 5. Yet Billy Hubbard is coming into tonight 2nd in points with just 11 points separating him and Pilkerton, the man who sits in that 4th spot. Billy Hubbard looking to get his first win here of the season here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Victory flag in the air. We're back underway in the Victory Lap Pro Late Models as the field roars off into turn number 1 on the outside. This time Lipscomb, but he's not alone as he's got Hubbard, McGee, Pilkerton, and Allman all using the outside now that time through turn 1. Here they go off into turn number 3 and 4. Out of 4, Billy Hubbard continues to show the way. Will more than one car use that outside line? Billy Hubbard is now using the outside to keep Lipscomb at bay in second. Lipscomb got up in the dirt there off of 2. Coming into turn 3, here comes Derek McGee to the end, looking to the bottom of Lipscomb. McGee under fire from Jeremy Pilkerton. There you see Tyler Detter, Nicholas Love battling it out for position, and William Baker. We see Derek McGee now under fire from Jeremy Pilkerton down the backstretch into turn number 3. Curtis Hughes makes it past Bud Stinson. Everybody now working that outside line through 1 and 2 as they saw what it was doing for the 71 earlier in this race, but now they've all kind of started to figure it out. Coming out of turn 4, Billy Hubbard showing the way. Using that outside, that top cushion through turn 1 and 2. Lipscomb goes up just a little higher off of 2 as I go down the backstretch into 3. Currently working 23 of 30 complete. And the Victory Lap Pro Late Model Lipscomb sliding way up the track there off of 2. But he's maintaining that second spot by about 4 car lengths. Separate Hubbard and Lipscomb. There you see Derek McGee in 3rd. He's got Pilkerton behind him in 4th, using the top side now through turn 1 and 2. But the blue number 38B of Billy Hubbard being chased by the 71 of Davis Lipscomb down the front stretch into turn 1. Lipscomb on the outside now through turn number 2. Behind him, it's Derek McGee and Jeremy Pilkerton battling it out for 3rd. And then it's Corey Allman, Curtis Hughes, battling there for racing 5th and 6th as Hubbard works his way through lap traffic into turn number 4. Billy Hubbard working the top cushion now through 2. Getting a good run using that cushion off of 2 down the backstretch goes Hubbard into turn number 3. And goes right back down to the bottom. Hubbard out of 4. 2 more times around for Billy Hubbard here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Your point leader, Jeremy Pilkerton, riding in the 4th spot. There's Corey Allman. Oh, and caution flag waves. We got one around in front of our leaders. 1 car around in front of the leaders there in the bottom of turn number 4. We got, it looks like 2 cars appears to be around at the bottom of turn 4. Be the 45 of William Baker and the 17 of Colby Bradshaw are the 2 involved in that incident. And now it's spun at the bottom of turn 4, right in front of our leaders as they were coming through turn 3. They did great job maneuvering last moment. We're going to come back to the green this time. It's going to be a 2-lap shootout here in the Victory Lap Pro Late Models. It will be a 2-lap shootout. we go, green flag in the air. Billy Hubbard is quick to the gas as he leaves Lipscomb out of 4 down the front stretch into turn number 1. Again, we are just on a 2-lap shootout. Here comes Pilkington now with a big run off of turn 2 down the backstretch. Pilkington to 4th. And Corey Allman back behind him with Curtis Hughes working the inside of Allman. That is a battle for 5th out of 4. It's Derek McGee holding off Pilkington with 1 more lap to go for Billy Hubbard. Billy Hubbard coming out of turn number 4. He came into tonight second in points with an 11-point cushion separating him and Pilkington. But out of turn 4, Billy Hubbard gets the checker flag and finds himself in Virginia's for Racing Lovers Victory Lane here at Virginia Motor Speedway.
I'm going to head down to Virginia's for Racing Lovers Victory Lane. Yet another winner here in the Victory Lap Pro Late Models. It's been a very competitive season this year. "37 points separated first and second. That's Pilkington and Hubbard coming into the race. So we're down to 31. See, if I take that back, that's 12. Heading into the last race, it was 12 points heading in to this race. Got 3 points, so it's down to 6 points, I do believe. While we're waiting for him to get out, I want to remind you, if you could help out when you leave here tonight, if you could pick up your garbage around you, your cans and all that stuff, and take it and deposit it in the closest receptacle, be greatly appreciated. You guys did a great job last week. Let's go in here. He's been knocking on the door. Last week, he had 2 second-place finishes. Last night, though, he goes to Dixieland, picks him up a win, comes here tonight, and I'm going to tell you what, that was a hell of a race there around lap 17 with you and Davis Lipscomb. And then I think you realized that high line was fast, so you moved up there and took away his line.
Yeah, I seen him up there, and I just was biding my time trying to make sure I was clear. I didn't want to cut him off up there. I'm not that kind of person, though. Once I thought I was clear, it was time to take his line to see what we could do with it. But this is one bad ride.
I'm going to say, once you hit that high line, this car just took off.
Yeah, this car's been on point. Bubba's had it on point since the beginning. Him and Ken has been double down working on it, trying to get it better every week.
I know you got some sponsors you want to thank.
Yeah, I'd like to thank all my crew first and foremost. They stand behind me each and every week, every night, every day. Bill Mullis with Langley Speedway and BNC Seafood for all he does. Bob Swords of Swords Marine, and each and everybody that works on this car. We did it finally.
It pains me to say that Langley Speedway sponsored car gets a Victory Lane.
Yeah, Chuck Hall will have something to say to you about it.
Yeah, Chuck Hall will be calling me on Monday. Oh. Going to send it back up to Colin and give the Truckin Thunder Sportsman a lineup.
Thank you, Dave. The starting lineup for the Truckin Thunder Sportsman on the inside of row 6 will be the number 30 of Joe Millen out of Waterview, Virginia. 2 is outside the 33 of Matt Brown out of Gloucester, Virginia, on the inside of row number 5, the OU1 of Dale Rhodes out of Saluda, Virginia. 2 is outside the 26 of Stephanie Johnston. Inside of row 4, the 101 of Tony Breeden and the 16 of Blake and the 16 of Brett Atkins inside of row 4. Row 3 will be the 00 of Hunter Wright and the number 1 of Blake Atkins. Row 2 will be the number 23 of Matt Meads, 2 is outside the number 9 of Steve Causey. And on the front row for the Truckin Thunder Sportsman, Tommy Upshaw in the 01X and Adam Breeden in the 01 share the front row for the Truckin Thunder Sportsman. Dave, I don't have a Here we go, get ready to go green. The Truckin Thunder Sportsman feature tonight at Virginia Motor Speedway. Green flag in the air. It's time to head and get it for the Truckin Thunder Sportsman at Virginia Motor Speedway. Steve Causey looking to the inside of Adam Breeden down the backstretch into turn number 3. Steve Causey on the inside. Causey to the lead on lap number 1. Gives the lead to Steve Causey. Steve Causey currently sitting second in points. Your leader, 6 points behind Brett Atkins, who is working his way through the field after starting 8th. There you see the 16 of Brett Atkins working to the inside of the 1 of Blake Atkins as they go off into turn 1. Steve Causey now opens it up by about 6 car lengths over Adam Breeden down the backstretch into turn 3. Matt Meads rides in the second spot. Battle is going on for fourth between Blake and Brett Atkins. Side by side out of 4, Brett Atkins will get the pass completed as they come across the start-finish line into turn 1. Brett Atkins sitting in the 4th spot, started again, had to start 8th. He's trying to reel in now the 23 of Matt Meads, sitting in the 3rd spot. Steve Causey out of 4. Out of turn number 2 goes Steve Causey, who has now got about a whole straightaway lead over him and Adam Breeden. Between first and second, separated by about a straightaway. Coming over around lap traffic there in turn number 1 will move over for the leaders. Again, the leader, Steve Causey, came into tonight's second in points, just 6 points back. And we got trouble. Trouble at the top of turn 1 and 2. We got 4 cars around at the top of 1 and 2. Good caution flag on the speedway brings out the Hoosier driver caution flag here this evening at Virginia Motor Speedway. 4 cars around at the top of turn 1 and 2. For the cause of this yellow. Again, race fans, we want to say thank you for spending this Saturday evening with us here at Virginia Motor Speedway, and thank you to those of you who are tuning in right now online. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you are enjoying a great night of racing action here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Whether if you are here in person or watching online, thank you for tuning in and for being here with us this evening. Get all the great camera work this week here in this race being done by Pixel Hunters Production, the great crew providing us with the great camera angles for those that are online watching tonight's event. And if you want to watch this race over again, you can go online to vmsvideo.com and re-watch it again. We get 1 to go this time by for the Truckin Thunder Sportsman. 5 of 25 complete. Green flag in the air, back underway in the Truckin Thunder Sportsman at Virginia Motor Speedway. Steve Causey leads the field in through turn number 1. The 01 of Adam Breeden as they work their way off of 2. Adam Breeden's about to get walled up by Matt Meads down the backstretch. Matt Meads looking to the inside with a run. Here comes Brett Atkins to the inside of Matt Meads through turn number 4. Brett Atkins sitting in the 4th spot, trying to reel in the 23 of Matt Meads, sitting in 3rd. Here comes Atkins looking to the inside. Meads clears by about a couple of car lengths now off of turn 2. But the leader, Steve Causey, showing the way out of turn 4. Here comes Brett Atkins to the inside. Now Matt Meads, they're going to be side by side for 3rd. Going off in turn number 1 with Hunter Wright right there watching the battle unfold in front of him. And now it's going to be 3 wide off of turn 2. 3 wide for 3rd. Brett Atkins stuck in the middle. He's going to let out of it just a little bit and let Hunter Wright to the inside as Brett Atkins sits back there behind Hunter Wright. And Matt Meads sit there in 5th. That was the battle for the 3rd spot where they were 3 wide for a brief moment there that time, that previous lap off of 2. Now they're back to single file. Oh, trouble. The 26 of Stephanie Johnston went up the racetrack and lost it out of turn 4. Caution flag is on the speedway. This brings out the Hoosier driver caution flag this evening. Stephanie Johnson will get the car refired and will rejoin the field. Get one to go here this time by from the flagman for the field, which means we'll get the green flag next time. We will get the green next time by. Just work through a Hoosier driver caution flag. See on the back straightaway, Causey, Breeden, Hunter Wright, the top three. Brett Atkins and Matt Meads finish the top 5 running order. Green flag in the air, back underway in the Truckin Thunder Sportsman. Oh, we got one around right out of turn 4. Caution flag waves on the speedway. We got one right around. Caution flag on the speedway right out of turn 4. Steve Causey there, the leader. He's got the 0-1 of Adam Breeden sitting in second. Adam Breeden started this race in second, currently sits second. Steve Causey started 4th, currently out front tonight in the Truckin Thunder Sportsman. Hunter Wright started 5th, currently in 3rd. Brett Atkins started back in 8th and currently runs 4th. Green flag waves. We're back to racing. Oh, and we got another one around at the end of turn 4, at the bottom of 4. Another one goes around. Caution flag waves. Once again from the Hoosier driver, caution flag. We got the Virginia Motor Speedway safety team currently checking the racing surface for any debris on the racetrack. And Steve Causey, Adam Breeden, Hunter Wright, Brett Atkins, and Matt Meads, your top 5. Brett Atkins has a total of 3 wins this year. Can Brett Atkins get 4? Working of 9 of 25 tonight. Green flag is back in the air. We're back to racing. Everybody gets off cleanly that time. Here they go through now 1 and 2. Hunter Wright to the inside now of Adam Breeden. Hunter Wright looking to the inside of Breeden. That is a battle for the 2nd spot. Brett Atkins sitting there in 4th. Matt Meads 5th. Blake Atkins looking to the inside of the 01X of Tommy Upshaw. That was a brief battle for position as they go through turn 1 and 2. Hunter Wright in the 00, trying to work past Breeden. Hunter Wright already has 1 win so far this year. Here's Matt Meads in the 23, going past the 16 of Brett Atkins. That is for fourth. The battle is for fourth. Meads on the inside. Atkins on the outside. Side by side down the backstretch into turn number 3. Matt Meads is right there, 6 nose on the left rear of Atkins. That's going to make Atkins slide up just a little bit. They're side by side across the start finish line. Into turn number 1, and they're still side by side down through turn 1 and 2. Matt Meads still on the inside. Brett Atkins hanging it out, still on the outside there. Wheel to wheel down the backstretch into turn number 3. They remain deadlocked through 3 and 4 out of 4. It'll be Matt Meads will complete the pass as they work their way off into 1. Brett Atkins isn't done yet. He's trying to come back to the 23 of Matt Meads in the bottom of turn 3. Atkins on the inside, trying to get the inside to stick out of turn 4. Remains behind the 23 of Meads. That is a battle for fourth. The battle in front of them, though, is for second. Hunter Wright on the inside of Adam Breeden down the backstretch to go into turn number 3. Side by side through turn 4. Hunter Wright to the inside, and it'll be Hunter Wright. We'll get the job done as we come across the start finish line. Hunter Wright goes to second. Hunter Wright opens it up now by about 2 car lengths over Adam Breeden. In the third spot, there's Steve Causey working past slow traffic as he comes off into turn number 1. Steve Causey coming into the night second in points. 6 points separated Steve Causey and Brett Atkins coming into the Truckin Thunder Sportsman feature tonight. Steve Causey is also trying to get to victory lane for the first time this year. (17 of 25 complete. Hunter Wright in the 00 already has 1 win so far this season. And there's the number 9 of Steve Causey looking for the first win of 2023. Out of turn 2 he goes. Down the backstretch, coming up on some lap traffic of the number 30 machine. The 30 will move out of the way and let the leader through. As there's the 00 of Hunter Wright in second. There's the 23 of Matt Meads working his way now through the lap traffic. Brett Atkins sitting there in the 4th spot. Brett Atkins and Matt Meads racing it now for the 4th spot on the racetrack. That is 4th and 5th. Matt Meads on the outside, Brett Atkins on the bottom. Side by side out of turn number 4. Brett Atkins will complete the pass across the start finish line into turn 1. Atkins goes to 4th. Steve Causey out of 4 across the start finish line. 21 of 25 complete. 4 more laps to go for Steve Causey. There you see Matt Meads there trying to work his way back around the outside of Brett Atkins. Doesn't go down through turn number 2. Down the backstretch to go into 3. Brett Atkins and Matt Meads battling it out there for the 4th spot. Well, there's your leader, the white and gray number 9 machine of Steve Causey. Across the start finish line through turn 1 and 2. Down the backstretch goes your leader, who has checked out of the vision of second place. Now coming out of 4, he will see the white flag one more time around for Steve Causey here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Steve Causey makes his final time through turn number 2. Down the back straightaway goes the number 9 of Steve Causey. Into turn 3 and 4. Here comes the number 9 of Steve Causey out of turn 4. Win number 1 for Steve Causey at Virginia Motor Speedway of 2023.
What a great win for Steve Causey. I will ask you, when you leave tonight, if you will take your cans and your garbage with you, if you help us, we got a really small staff here. If you would help us out and take your trash to the nearest trash bin, which is underneath the grandstand at each of the stairwells, be greatly appreciated. Last week, you guys did an awesome job. I'd like to remind everybody that if you have been drinking, please give your keys to someone that hasn't. I hope that you designated a designated driver before you even got here. Who'sYourDriver.org wants to remind you that 100% of drunk driving accidents are preventable. And buckle up. Someone loves you. There he is, Steve Causey. Get you a drink, old man. I can see. Well, I'm going to tell you what, this car has been getting better and better every week. It's been competitive. Once you got out front, man, this thing was on a rail. I had to take out my fingers and toes, take off my shoes to count, but I think you took over the points lead here tonight.
Well, we knew we had to run good. I mean, Brett's good, and he's pretty consistent too. So I knew if we had a chance, this was going to be our chance. So I got a ton of people to thank. My family, my wife, my son, Clay, Chris Sweat, he's been with me for the last few years, and, you know, I get those hard conversations on the way home as to why we didn't win. And it's a long ride home sometimes when you have to explain that, you know, it's a little bit different behind that wheel. But I got to thank Davis Lipscomb. He has really helped me a ton. Last year and this year, he really come on to help me a lot. Also, the Billy and Bubba Hubbard, they're just great guys, and they've helped me along my way since the last win, too. So a lot of thanks. Crossroad Cleaners, Chris Peterson over at Crossroad Cleaners, he keeps my suit clean for me. And but anyway, it's a great night, and appreciate it.
Feels good, doesn't it?
It does. Feels real good.
Here's your winner, Steve Causey, Truckin Thunder Sportsman.
The one I really got to mention that comes to my house every week to make sure we're going straight is my engine builder, Marty Strickland. Great guy. He has been with me since I started racing. So just hats off to him, too. Thank you.
There you go, bud. Colin, go ahead and give the lineup for our final feature, the Joe Hudson's Collision Center Limited Stocks.
Starting lineup for the Joe Hudson's Collision Center's Limited Stock Car Division. On the inside of row 7 will be the 85 of W.L. Johnston. On the inside of row 6 will be the number 59 of Jason Spielman, to his outside the 99 of Hilton Pickerel. Inside of row 5, the number 53 of Gregory Morgan, to his outside the number 6 of Zach Elliott. Inside of row 4 will be the number 25 of John Hankins Jr. To his outside, the number 7 of Johnny Brooks. Inside of row 3 will be the 01 of Trent Clemens. To his outside, the number 9 of Justin Pullen. Inside of row 2 will be the number 14 of Christopher Bryan. To his outside, the number 55 of Raymond Harper. And the front row for the Joe Hudson's Collision Center's Limited Stock Car Division feature tonight, Brian Maxey and Corey Bradley, your front row. That's your front row for the Joe Hudson's Collision Center's limited stock car feature. Johnny Brooks coming into tonight, your points leader. He is a 37-point cushion over Corey Bradley, who is starting on the outside front row. Corey Bradley also has 1 win so far this season. Johnny Brooks, your points leader, has a total of 5 wins this season. He is starting from 8th. So Johnny Brooks will have a lot of ground to make up starting from the 8th position tonight in order to try to pick up win number 6. As the field of of the Joe Hudson's Collision Center's limited stock car division rolls onto the racing surface for 20 laps will be the distance. And our limited stock car feature tonight, 20 laps tonight is the distance. Get 1 to go this time, which means that beautiful pace truck will make the hard left-hand turn for the last time this evening to the infield. Again, 20-lap feature tonight for the Joe Hudson Collision Center's limited stock car division. Green flag in the air. It's time to hit it and get it. And the Joe Hudson's Collision Center limited stock car feature at Virginia Motor Speedway. Christopher Bryant there had lost a little momentum on the bottom there, 1 and 2. Here's Brian Maxey to the inside of Bradley, battling it out for the lead side by side through 4. They're going to be even at a 4, and it's going to be Corey Bradley leads lap number 1. Corey Bradley fighting back on the outside now. Bradley back to the lead off of 2. Brian Maxey sitting there in the 2nd spot. He's got Raymond Harper right there in 3rd. Meanwhile, there's Christopher Bryan having to deal with the 9 of Justin Pullen and the 01 of Trent Clemens. That is 5th, 6th, and 7th. Christopher Bryan back there in the 14 machine. In 5th, back to the leader we go with the 41 of Corey Bradley. Here comes Trent Clemens trying to look to the bottom out of 4 as they work their way off into 1. That is a battle for the 5th spot between Bryan, Clemens, Pullen. Here's Brooks on the inside now of Harper. Oh, Harper into the back of the 04 of Maxey. Maxey shuts Brooks down to the fence, and they're leaning on each other out of 4. Coming across the start-finish line is going to be Raven Harper. Gets it done. Here comes Brooks back on the inside now. Brian Maxey with the run off of 2. Brooks is there. Brooks sticks the nose of the left side of Maxey into 3. Here they come through 4. They're still racing wheel to wheel. Oh, trouble. We had 1 car around in turn number 1 and 2 for the cause of the Hoosier driver caution flag, but also, oh! And currently caution flag is in the air. We're getting ready to go back green here. 4 of 20 complete. We're going to get 1 to go here this time. 1 to go this time. 1 to go for the field as they come across the start-finish line into turn number 1. And Corey Bradley out front. Raymond Harper second. Brian Maxey third. Johnny Brooks fourth. Trent Clemens fifth. Justin Pullen sixth. Christopher Bryan seventh. Here we go, green flag in the air. We're back to racing in the Joe Hudson Collision Center Limited Stock Car feature here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Johnny Brooks right to the outside of Brian Maxey. Out of turn number 2. Maxey goes to third, or Brooks goes to third, Maxey back to fourth. Into turn number 4. Corey Bradley out front, Raymond Harper in second. Watching the blue, number 41 of Corey Bradley lead us through off of turn number 2, down the backstretch. Raymond Harper is there. Harper slides up the track a little bit out of 4. That's going to open up the door for Johnny Brooks in the 7. He will slide underneath the 55 of Harper. Johnny Brooks goes to second. Brian Maxey sitting back there in the 4th spot. He's got Justin Pullen behind him, and so is Trent Clemens. As they work the bottom of through 3 and 4 up against the inside guardrail. Out of 4. It's Corey Bradley leading the way. Brian Maxey under fire from Justin Pullen, but Pullen has to deal with Trent Clemens, who is right behind him trying to work his way past the 9 there for the 5th spot. Trent Clemens on the inside of Pullen as they come out of 4 across the start finish line and go back over into 1 and 2. Here comes Johnny Brooks to the inside. Brooks to the bottom off of turn 2, down side by side down the backstretch into turn number 3. Brooks on the bottom, Bradley on the outside, side by side. Out of turn number 4, it'll be Johnny Brooks. Will be credited with leading that lap. Johnny Brooks, your leader. Bradley is not done with him yet. Corey Bradley sits back there in the 2nd spot. There's the 9 of Justin Pullen and the 04 of Brian Maxey battling an out 4 position. Here comes Pullen to the inside now. Pullen will get it done. Will clear the 04 of Maxey. Oh, and the 14 of Christopher Bryan goes around in turn to 4. Around goes the 14. That was, again, the 14 of Christopher Bryan around in turn number 4, bringing out the Hoosier driver caution flag. 10 of 20 complete here this evening in the Joe Hudson Collision Center Limited Stock Car feature here tonight at Virginia Motor Speedway. Again, race fans, I want to say thank you so much for coming out tonight here at Virginia Motor Speedway. Hope you've been enjoying the racing action. We have just 10 laps to go in the limited stock car feature tonight, 10 more laps around. And for those of you tuning in online, we thank you for spending your Saturday evening with us, tuning in online. Out of 4, Brooks is back on the gas. Bradley's right there in tow, not leaving his sight as they go off into turn 1. Corey Bradley working to pot outside. Raymond Harper's going to follow suit now as they come out of turn 2. That's going to give Corey Bradley a big run down the back straightaway, as is Raymond Harper. Their nose to tail through turn 3 and 4. Bradley gave Brooks a little shot through 4, and I think that might have helped Brooks there pull away by an extra 3 or 4 car lengths. As Brooks out front, here comes Raymond Harper to the inside of Bradley. Trent Clemens is there. Bradley, Harper, and Clemens battling it out there for the second spot. Down the backstretch to go. Into turn number 3. So far, everybody running the inside line out of 4. There's the 04 of Brian Maxey. Coming into 1, there's Raymond Harper in the 55 trying to work his way around the 41 of Corey Bradley. He's got the 01 of Trent Clemens behind him. Going down the backstretch into turn number 3. But the leader is Johnny Brooks. Continues to pull away from second, as Corey Bradley has to deal with Raymond Harper in third. Raymond Harper with a run off of 2. Down the backstretch into 3. Raymond Harper now to the inside. Bradley puts a block on Harper on the bottom of 3 and 4. It's going to be Corey Bradley maintaining second. Trent Clemens sitting back there in the 5th spot, watching it sitting back in 4th, watching the battle unfold in front of him. You see the 55 of Raymond Harper in the 3rd spot. The 01 of Clemens in 4th. Pulling your top 5. Corey Bradley keeping Raymond Harper at bay. Down the front stretch to go and into turn 1. Raymond Harper trying to get a run on him off of turn number 2. Can't really get much as they go off into turn number 3. Harper with a big run off of turn number 4. But it's going to be Corey Bradley doing a great job maintaining second place by not allowing the 55 of Harper to find the right groove to get it around him. Go down the backstretch and into turn number 3. Here comes Raymond Harper on the outside of turn 4 and loses a lot of momentum out of turn number 4, but here comes Trent Clemens right there waiting for the right moment to pounce on the 55 of Harper. Clemens on the bottom, Harper on the outside. Off of 2. Down the backstretch and into 3. Corey Bradley maintains second. Two laps to go for Johnny Brooks. Has just 2 more laps around Virginia Motor Speedway to get his 6th win of the year. Johnny Brooks out of turn 4. One more time for Johnny Brooks. Johnny Brooks looking for win number 6. He is just 2 more corners away from achieving that tonight. Johnny Brooks is coming down the backstretch into turn 3. Here comes Johnny Brooks. Out of turn 4, you will see the checker flag. Give it up for Johnny Brooks. Win number 6 on the year for the number 7 of Brooks, your points leader, as he opens up the points lead with that win. And that's win number 6 on the year for the number 7 of Johnny Brooks.
We'll head down here one more time to Virginia's for Racing Lovers. Well, nah, that's what I like to see. Folks taking the garbage out to the receptacles. If you could help us by taking your trash with you, put it in the receptacle bins at the bottom of the steps underneath the grandstands, would be greatly appreciated. We have a small staff here, and it is your racetrack as well. You guys did a great job last week, and we can't thank you enough for helping us with this. If you've been drinking, please, man, it makes me smile. I see so many people taking the trash to the bins. If you've been drinking, please hand your keys to someone that hasn't. HoosierDriver.org and Budweiser both will remind you, do not get behind the wheel if you are intoxicated. We want to see you back. And buckle up on the way home. We will return for Joe Hudson's Collision Center Championship night on Saturday, September 16th. That is our next race. And then we'll have our Mud Bog on October 7th, the Run Amok Mud Bog and Mud Sling. Waiting for Johnny to climb out. None of these wins have come easy. Now, granted, when you get out front, you can pull away. But getting to that top spot, it's a little difficult sometimes.
Yeah, starting 8th makes thing, puts a kink in the story, if you want to say.
But hey, 6 wins now.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, man, that I'm this lucky, and I'm just thankful. I'm thankful to be here. Most days I'm just thankful just to come to the racetrack, and to win is just something special.
Well, you still ain't going to do what that man right there did, and that's win every race he put his car in.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I wanted to do that and try to be better than him, but that's what the person that he teaches is supposed to be. But I got to thank all my sponsors. I don't. Davis Lipscomb for the most part on everything he helps me with. Daryl Keller on Custom Homes, Built Homes, Lipscomb Chassis Racing, Lipscomb Chassis Engineering, TNL Electric, Mechanical Backhoe, DR Masonry, WL Cutright, Advanced Septic JDS, and Childress Metal Fabrication.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Johnny Brooks win here in the Joe Hudson's Collision Center Limited Stocks. We can't thank you enough for coming out here and visiting with us, folks, and we'll see you September 16th.